sweat and tears and all that, fought in every war, okay? So this is my country here. So I don't want to be called African American. I'm an American. My people have died and done everything for this country. If you accept the handle of African American, that says that you don't accept being an American. You don't accept being born in Chicago or New York or Detroit or wherever you were born. For generations your family has been here, built this country too. African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You're just starting to get real credit for that, okay? I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to you built the nation.
I'm always going to be known as a Black American. I can't call myself an African American because
I am not an African American. I'm an American. I am a Black American. I am definitely Black, and yes. So that means
Africans don't even fuck with us.
Wow.
Because they don't. We're not from the motherland. We're from America. So I'd rather say I'm a Black American. So I consider myself a Black American. I don't consider myself African American and shout that. Because Africans don't even fuck with us.
Wow.
Because they don't.
I don't mind the term African American. I don't want to be called African American.
Why is that?
I'm not African.
I want to get the language so right that everybody here will cry out, yes, I'm Black, I'm proud of it, I'm Black and beautiful.
Is Barack Obama Black?
No, he's not. In the American political context, Black means the son of West African, the descendant of West African slaves brought here to labor in the United States. It's not a put down. It's not to say that he hasn't suffered. It's not to say that he doesn't have a glorious lineage of his own. It's just to say that he and I, who am descended from West African slaves brought to America, we are not the same.
Obama will announce his candidacy this weekend at the old state capitol in Springfield, Illinois, where Abraham Lincoln made his stirring House Divided speech. How historic. At a building made famous by the man who freed the slaves, Obama isn't the descendant of slaves.
So, you know how African Americans will say, oh, Black writer, Black creator, Black artist, Black lawyer, Black doctor, Black woman in STEM? No, when we come to this country, it's immigrant or nationality, maybe our careers next, and then whatever else comes after that. So immigrant, Jamaican, marketer, whatever else comes after that. The issue that you're having is we don't see ourselves as one of you.
Let me say that again. I am not Black, okay? Hear me out. Growing up, my mom absolutely hated when we refer to ourselves as Black. She's like, you're not Black, you're Nigerian, you're African. I feel like the term someone is Black obviously comes from the slave era, but it also just describes displaced people that don't know their heritage. So I feel like people that do know their heritage, to try and curb racism in some way, people are going to be racist. Ignorance is ignorance. You can't. But just to curb racism in a small way, stop referring to yourself as Black. If you know where you're from, you're raised in a certain household. Somalians are Somalians, Ethiopians are Ethiopians, Nigerians are Nigerians. Like, if you know where you're from, as Black, if you know where you're from, you're raised in a certain household. Somalians are Somalians, Ethiopians are Ethiopians, Nigerians are Nigerians. Like, if you know where you're from, why refer to yourself as a color? I feel like when we say Black, it just sounds so harsh and like, this is Black. I'm brown. I'm Nigerian at the end of the day. Like, that's who I am.
The African Day Parade, you don't see the Africans. You got the festival that be going on in Brooklyn. The band festival, the African festivals. Where's the Africans at? When we doing our rallies and our marches, where's the Africans at on your side? Talk to us really about that, man.
See, let me tell you something. We think slavery in America was something. Slavery in Africa is still in force. You talking about deaf, blind, and dumb. Don't confuse you because somebody got on some printed cloth that's printed in Holland or India that you're looking at an African cultural expression. That's not an African cultural expression. That cloth was printed in a European country and then sold to Africans. And they've accepted that as their cloth. You understand what I'm saying? Just that piece. Now, they do speak the language, but they know less about their history than you and I do. So you've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite eat on and play down, because these people are so punked out and scared of the white man that they feel because they're scared of the white man, they got to be against us. You know?
Explaining what Foundation of Black American is and tell them I'm both. Is explaining what Foundation of Black American is and tell them I'm both.
Our people, brother, or are we our own people now?
No, we got to understand two things. We have a race and then we have an ethnic place. Ethnically, we African Americans. Just like a guy from Africa, he can say he's African, but there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or something. That's his ethnic nation. There's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or something. That's his ethnic nation. Racially, we are together, but economically, we may well be enemies.
Well, but any race can produce albinos, all right?
Can produce what?
Albinos.
No.
Like you got
No. Show me a white albino. You can't. Albinoism comes from a void of melanin. Only from black people. Only from us.
Only from black people?
Yeah. Show me a Chinese
It said, okay, I looked up, I said, can every race produce albinos? And it says, yes, people from every racial or ethnic background can have albinism. Albinism is a genetic condition, not a race.
There you go.
I mean, but if it's not a race.
No, albino, bro, only black people doing that. Show me a white albino. They're going to say his hair and eyes, but he's still white. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm for real. Look up white albino.
It's a lack of melanin pigment, resulting in very pale skin, all that shit. But I literally typed in. I'm just showing you. I'm just saying what I typed in. I typed in, show me a white albino, and that's what it showed me. I seen a lot of albinos like low key look the same to me. They all look the same to me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Black people.
You said what?
Because it's a genetic. How I say this? It's like genetic differentials that assist in that. But you ain't never seen because I ain't never seen. You ain't never seen the true white albino. The motherfuckers just look white. It's like a motherfucking white person.
It said, okay, I looked up. I said, can every race produce albinos? And it says, yes, people from every racial or ethnic background can have albinism. Albinism is a genetic condition, not a race.
There you go. No, albino, bro, only black people doing that. Show me a white albino.
Well, but any race can produce albinos, or
can produce what?
Albinos.
No.
Like you got
No. Show me a white albino. You can't. Albinoism comes from a void of melanin. Only from black people. Only from us.
Only from black people?
Yeah.
What's going on with you, brother? All this clout chasing you're doing, putting FBA in the title, your last 15 videos have FBA in the titles. What's going on with you, brother? You're jealous of unbiased sports. And here you is clout chasing, FBA Ron, unbiased sports, whatever you want to label this channel, is getting more views than you, and you've been around for fucking 50 years. And you're jealous about it. So you put an FBA in your title every 15 videos to clout chase. Stop. Let it go. You will never be a conscious community celebrity.